Hello. So first of all, I would like to acknowledge it's very weird filming in this room because I'm talking to you but I'm actually by myself. So I'm just acknowledging that. I also washed my hair before the practice and that's also something that I'm questioning why I did that. Has nothing to do with anything, but that's just what I felt like saying. But I suppose what I should actually say is that on my Spotify, which is just my name, Zoe Klein, you'll find an abundance of playlists that could be really nice for you to play over the top of these sessions that we have together. So please feel free to jump on there and have a little look. About 30 or so minutes today. We'll move a little to begin with and then we'll slow it down with a meditation. So it's a very interesting time. I'm sitting here with nobody around me speaking, and yet still in this time of isolation and when everything's kind of stopping and closing, I feel like I'm in a rush. Like I'm trying to get somewhere, but really I have no idea where that place is. It's quite interesting really. I mean, I've never had to face, none of us really have ever faced circumstances like this, where there sort of is nowhere to go. So I kind of caught myself this afternoon and I'm kind of rushing and I'm huffing and puffing, and I just kind of thought, I'm sort of rushing to be nowhere. And perhaps it's just in the adjusting period, kind of being in this, habitual behavior of go, 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 until all of a sudden now it's being flipped on its head and there's nowhere to be. And ideally, beautiful. Like some space. Like, isn't that the thing that we're all always asking for? But then we're so quick to reject it. I don't know. So take that as you will, apply it to your own experience if it feels true for you. But let that be the basis of the practice. We're going to sort of slow the movement down a lot, just to practice that, to kind of be where we are without the need to be anywhere else. That's all I'll say. So we'll just ground together, please. Close down your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Just notice your body landing in this time and space. For me, I can notice that I'm sort of holding my belly a little here. See if you could soften there. Just kind of do what you need to do to ground. As you close your eyes, as you meet and greet the darkness, notice thought. What is the quality of your thinking in this moment? I know that my mind often reacts to the stillness by trying to take me off somewhere else. If that feels true for you, see if you could anchor yourself here in this moment. It might be to your breath. Feeling of breathing, the sound of breathing. Might be to the sounds, the movement of your environment. Could soften your ears a little as they receive sound. slow down, to quieten. Each time that you notice that you're skipping ahead, let the practice be to just gently come back here to where you are. For some of us, it might not feel so comfortable to be where we are. There's sort of thick emotion present here. In the stillness, in the silence, you might gently remind yourself, you are here, you are safe. This moment is supporting you. And with that, let the edges of the body soften just a little more. Continue to anchor yourself here in the breath. Maybe the sounds. And see if you can stay with that even as we invite movement into the body. As you breathe in, reach both of your arms to the sky. The eyes can stay closed. Let's side bend, right hand comes down by the side, left arm reaches up and over your ear. Inhale, breath, come back through the center, arms reach high, eyes are still closed. Over to the left. One more time each side, let's go deeper, arms reach up. To the right. Pause here for a moment, you might heavy down a little through the left sit bone. Keep creeping your fingertips up and over. Try not to rush, take a deep breath. Feel your breath out. And come back up through the center, arms reach, and then over to the left. And you might get a little heavier through the right sit bone, reach your right fingertips over. Be right where you are in the sensations of now. Both arms reach to the sky, and this time we'll blink the eyes open as you gently bring the palms to touch. Look up and slide into the heart. Right, and then please meet me in a tabletop 4-point kneeling, and at this point if you would like to put on some sort of gentle music, please feel free to do that. So as you arrive on your hands and your knees, stack your body here so that it almost feels effortless as you close down your eyes. And see if you could become a little more sensitive here to what's moving in and around you. The texture of your mat underneath your palms. Soft bend in your elbows, supporting the shoulders with buoyancy. The gentle brush of the tops of your feet. And then please, from this soft, gentle quality of attention, just begin to move your body in any way. It might look like some cat-cow, or it might look a little less linear. Focusing on the spine here, maybe a little into the hips, neck. And if it feels comfortable for you to walk your hands just a quarter of the way out and around, do that. And you might take the circles around the wrists to create some lubrication through the wrist joints. If you know that you're a little more mobile through the wrist, you might flip the fingertips all the way back towards your knees. The circles continue. Quality of attention is still soft and present to exactly what you're noticing in this moment. And flip your palms back to the original rotation. And just find a point to be still. And please strengthen up your belly muscles here. Belly button pulls up to your spine. Lengthen your collarbones forwards. And then extend your right leg towards the back of the room. Please find a deep breath in. Knee draws in towards your nose. Step the foot all the way through between your hands and reach both of your arms to the sky, low lunge. As we pause while Zoga puts her hair up. As your arms reach to the sky, please, right hand takes hold of left wrist, lengthen up and over to the right. Little squeeze onto the left glute, press down into your feet, find more length. Come back through the center. Press the palms together, look up. Let's take an open twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forwards. See if you could look back to your right thumb. Relax the neck just a little. Let's flip and reverse. Right hand to the back of the left thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Try not to collapse into your low back. Keep lifting up. One more breath. Hands come down towards the earth. Please tuck your back toes and step back to downward facing dog. Making sure that your whole hand is pressing down into the earth. The press of the thumb, feel the press of the pinky. As you push the earth away, notice the little lift into the arm bones, up into the shoulders. Elbows are still soft and buoyant. Inhale, breath. Let's roll forward, plank pose. Keep that strong press into your hands. Come all the way down onto your belly as you breathe out. Hands come wide off your mat, up onto fingertips, striking Cobra. Inhale, breath. Chest comes down to the earth. Inhale, breath, come up. Exhale, breath, release. Inhale, breath, come up. Pause here. Could you strengthen up the legs a little, pull your belly back. Stay up on your fingertips, child's pose, wide hands. And do your best to rest your forehead onto the earth. Otherwise, you could take a block under the face. From wide hands, let your armpits spread. Take a breath in. Heavy your hips as you breathe out. Creep your fingertips straight forward, please. Tabletop, hands under shoulders. Inhale, breath. Left leg extends to the back of the space. Draw your collarbones forward slightly, pull your belly in. Find an inhale, breath. Knee to the nose. Step through between your hands. Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky. Left hand takes hold of the right wrist. Lengthen up and over to the left. Little squeeze onto that left glute. Lift out of the earth. Come back through the center, reach up, press the palms, look up, twist to the left. See your left thumb. Flip the palm, reverse the shape. Think more up than back. Windmill your hands down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. In this down dog, we'll pay a little more attention to the low part of the body, so soften your knees a lot. You turn your toes in slightly so that the heels slip out of sight behind your feet. And then could the heels heavy down a little without locking out through your knees. Feel the backs of your legs opening. And a deep breath in. Out the mouth. Inhale, breath, roll forward, plank pose. Chaturanga, please. Halfway down, knees are there if you need. Upward facing dog is your inhale breath. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts to the sky as you breathe in. Keep the legs straight, the shoulders square. Knee to the nose. Step through between your hands. Please come up to crescent lunge, both of your arms to the sky. Take 3 breaths. Without the need to rush anywhere, to change anything, just feel the moment. Last breath in together, look up to your thumbs. Back knee comes down, hands to your heart. Let's open twist, right arm back, left arm forwards. Flip the palm, reverse the shape. Windmill your hands down to the earth. Downward facing dog. Inhale, breath, roll forward, plank pose. Squeeze your glutes, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breath in together. Breathe out into the hands and the feet. Left leg lifts as you breathe in. Knee to the nose. Step through softly. And come up to stand, crescent lunge. You might soften the back knee a little. I'm going to move and feel into the hips. 3 breaths. See if you could relax with the moment. Press your palms together, look up, final in breath. As you breathe out, slow motion, back knee comes down, hands to the heart. Open twist to the left. I like to untuck my toes, but your choice. Flip the palm, reverse. Hands come down to earth. Quietly, downward facing dog. Inhale, breath, roll forward, plank pose. Chaturanga, slowly. Upward facing dog, feel your feet press. Downward facing dog. Let's go for one more round with breath. Right leg lifts as you breathe in. Knee to the nose. Soft step through, crescent lunge, 1 breath to the top. Back knee comes down, hands to heart. Twist to the right, inhale, breath. Flip and reverse. Stay, inhale. Hands come down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Rhythmic, slow. Plank pose in breath. Chaturanga. Up dog, cobra. Downward facing dog. Final side, left leg lifts. Knee to the nose. Step through between your hands. Crescent lunge. Hands to heart, back knee softens to earth. Twist to the left. Flip, reverse. Stay here, breathe in, extend. Hands come down to the earth. You got it, downward facing dog. Plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, listen carefully, pause here. Child's pose. And stack your palms underneath your forehead. And if you're feeling like your breath is shortening somewhat, just take your knees wider so that there's space for your belly to breathe. Please find 5 slow, mindful breaths. See if you can stay right here, right where you are. And when you feel ready, please walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And we're going to take a seat for a few moments. If you would prefer to take this lying down on your back, by all means. Otherwise, we will have a chance for Shavasana after the seat. Make any adjustments to be the most comfortable that you can. As you sit here, the body slowing, the heart pulsating. Be here. Having stirred the energy, having builded the prana, your anchor point for awareness might shift to be the body in its rich field of sensation. It's my experience that I spend so much time trying to get somewhere that I miss what's really here. Even if the here feels less familiar or uncomfortable in any way, there is something to gain by staying. There is something to learn by observing. notice the moments where the mind escapes into the future or the past. And there's something to learn from that too. So notice it, acknowledge it, and then rest back into the now. You let this moment in its fullness be enough. Let it be all that you need. Remembering that it's a practice. And that each time you notice you're no longer here, it strengthens the capability. Each time you come back. At this point, if you would like to take Shavasana with as minimal fuss as possible, come down onto your back. If you're happy as you are, stay seated for the final few minutes of practice. You can stay here for as long as you need. If you're ready to close out the practice, you could bring the hands to touch or the hands somewhere on your body, acknowledging that you are here now. And that is enough. Namaste.